Hey, guys, welcome back to the Passive Buddies podcast. And although you may think it is early, it's definitely not. And these things need to start be planned in this year. So today we are going to talk about our 2023 goals and what that means to us and what we want to achieve. And hopefully that will inspire you to start putting your goals together and getting 2023 off into a great start. Let's go. What do you do when the dream of an online business makes you work harder than a day job would? The answer? You build passive income. On the Passive Buddies podcast, we cover the myths behind passive income and how to build true financial and time freedom. Welcome to the Passive Buddies podcast. Hey, so do you know what, mate? I feel we've recorded a couple of these today, and I've not even asked you how you are.
I'm doing amazing. If you listen to our productivity, I would say if you listen to this week's talk versus 2 weeks ago or maybe a week ago, there's a definitely change in my pep in my step, I would say. So definitely check out our productivity hack podcast. I think that was a good rundown of things I do and why I've just today have noticed a huge change in, it started a couple of days ago, but a huge change in my productivity. So how are you?
Yeah, I am awesome, mate. I am good. Excited, obviously, because there's been a few little developments in the Passive Buddies scenario, hasn't there, over the last couple of days? So we'll talk about that more at some point, probably in here, I can imagine, as we take it into 2023. So yeah, mate, I'm good. The kids are back in school, which means it's a little bit easier to record now instead of having them running or crawling all over me. So no, mate, I'm good. It's the right time to start putting together what is going to happen in 2023, don't you think?
Yeah, definitely. I'm super excited about it. I have some big goals. I dominated my 2021 goals, but my 22 goals were quite different. And I would say my shiny object syndrome kicked in. And now I've realigned my goals to what I really do and what I should be doing. And I mean, that's why it's so important to have an accountability coach. We talked about that in the last podcast to get you re-centered on what your focus should be and how to be held accountable for that. And so, yeah, that's why I have you to hold me accountable.
Yeah, baby. So interesting. And do you know what, guys? Like, Brandon's obviously just dropped the fact that obviously 2022, although he's done really well, like certain things have either caught his attention, took his attention away, or different things have happened. Like, if you don't hit your goals, yes, you need to hold yourself accountable, but do not beat yourself up. Don't turn it into negativity. Look at it from an analytical point of view. So before you go into 2023, it's like, right, okay, that review of 2022 should probably start now, even though you've still got like a month and a half left, or 2 months left.
Yeah, 2 months.
Yeah, you've still got 2 months to make a massive difference in your business, and I feel like Passive Buddies is going to finish very strongly over the next couple of months, which obviously is super exciting. But that doesn't stop us obviously starting to put together what happens in 2023. So I seen a really good, interesting quote from a business coach that I follow, Jojo Graham. She was like, the success of 2023 actually starts now. Like the planning, the putting together, like the work you put in the next 2 months. And it happened with us at Digital Closers as well, when there was myself and Ian. The work we put in these 2 months here made us have some of the best months in January, or February, March, because of what we put in here. So these months are crucial to end the year strong and start the next year super, super strong. So
yeah, and I'm actually going to post that on my Facebook wall today about the work you do today sets up for the next 2 months, sets up your year for 2023. So I think that's very powerful, and I'm going to steal that. As far as I want to go over why I'm pivoting and what that looks like. So in 2022, this was the hype of the crypto market. We talked about my podcast or my YouTube channel, which is talking about crypto. And a lot of our first podcasts had some information about crypto, but we've mostly focused on affiliate marketing, making money online, and getting into some investing too, which is exciting stuff. Because we're both investors, but I've also invested in real estate. So we've got some interesting things for this year and next year. So last year I wanted to have 888 people in our DAO, which is a decentralized or autonomous organization. It's just kind of like an online business, but like no one owns it. So it's an interesting concept. That did not happen whatsoever. I think we had maybe 20. So, and I think we had actually like 25, and then I ended up sending all the money back to them to join, and it was like $4,000, I think. And I was like, you know what, this isn't going to work the way I wanted to, and so I sent them all their money back, and so that didn't work at all. And so this is also important why a failing is such a good like teacher in a sense, because when you fail, you can see what you did wrong, you can readjust and realign what you're learning, and really take it to the next level. Let's see, 2,000 people playing earns from our video games. I would say we're pretty close. We were pretty close. I had 100 people, and then we had 100 players, and then we also had we took on 100. What were they? We called them mentees or mentors in a sense. So they were managers. We trained them how to onboard their own players and teach people how to get into the whole Axie Infinity online space. We did have some good partnerships. We did not have $10 million in our DAO, and we did not get any monthly airdrops, nor did we have a retreat to the Philippines. And the reason we said the Philippines is because we had that's where a lot of our players was in the Philippines playing a video game by the name of Axie Infinity. And so that was my kind of goals for last year. Did not do well with them. We made great money actually last year. That's why we owe so much in taxes this year. But we didn't, get $10 million in a DAO or anything like that. But my priorities have shifted, and my long-term strategy is much different than just that year strategy in a sense, because that was just we talked about it on how much on the YouTube channel or podcast that we did about how much I earned from my YouTube channel. So as far as that one, we talked about how don't get into a business that's seasonal, and crypto is seasonal. And so I didn't want to do that. So what about you? Did you have any shiny objects or any kind of realignments this year? What are your thoughts?
You know what? There was a lot of realignments. There was a lot of stripping down was possibly the best way to describe this year. Because especially like in the last couple of years, we've had a lot going on. We've had a lot of. The only way I can describe it is we've had one pie, which is obviously me, and we've cut it up too many times. Yeah. So attention spans have just been a little bit everywhere, and that's had a bit like a negative effect. But obviously, we still made money. We still made some good money this year, but it definitely did have a negative effect to get us to the next level. Right. So I know, so we've done a lot of stripping back. Like the agency has now gone completely. We got rid of our last clients the other day, so that was super exciting.
I know that was putting stress on you.
Yes, that's a massive time zap, because they just treat you like a little worker, and that's obviously not the reason why you create an agency.
Right.
So we finally got rid of the agency, so that changed. Obviously, we decided in March that we were, again, similar to yourself, we were going to get away from Facebook as much as we could, just because of the content hamster wheel scenario. So that's been the main focus of the rest of this year. Now, growing the YouTube channel was a huge, huge thing for me this year, and it's made money outside of AdSense, which we discussed the other day. It's just not grown as fast as we'd like it. Sometimes things have got in the way, like clients, etc. That's why they just had to go, because they weren't contributing to our long-term passive scenario. So clients have been gotten rid of. We've tried to focus on the YouTube channel. Things have got in the way. We've not had someone we've not been held accountable as much as we probably should have to get the amount of videos out and get the quality out there. So that's been a huge focus from, I'd say, March up until obviously going forward. We've not hit the 1,000 subscribers yet, which we're going for, and obviously the 4,000 hours of watch time. So that was a huge thing, because that's going to be the main focal point of everything. Some huge wins this year has been the podcast. Obviously, the podcast has now got over 100 episodes in it already.
Yeah, killing it.
Which has been absolutely insane. So I started the podcast up in March. I think you come on board in the May, maybe?
I think so, yeah.
Yeah, going back to that memory. So, and then that's just been churning out some great content. So definitely go back and listen to the rest of the episodes, because some of the stuff that we've spoke about over the last, obviously, 6 to 9 months has just been insane. It'll definitely help your business.
Well, not only that, but if you guys go to his YouTube channel, and there'll be a link in the description, and watch the amazing event that you did over, I think it was a 2-week span. 4-week span. There's so much great content there. Subscribe to the channel so that he can be monetized. I mean, he's grown exponentially in the last, I want to say, couple of weeks since that event, that 4-week event. So definitely check that out, because it's well worth it. But yeah, definitely a huge win there.
Oh, massively. That event was incredible. That was not on the cards this year whatsoever. We monitored what was going on the YouTube channel. Was like, how do we spike it? And we put a test out. And as we said, we grew things between 25 and 36%, depending on what stat you were looking at.
Right.
Which was really interesting. So that will happen again, and that is part of the 2023 marketing strategies, to bring that back, because it was good. We'll just do it in a slightly different format. So that was 2022. Now I know, obviously, for us, we're going to have a very strong end with the fact that obviously we've got the passive accountability mastermind that is. Well, it's ready to go, and we're obviously already dealing with some of your students,
right?
Which is super exciting. So I know that's going to help us in terms of finishing this year extremely strong, and then that brings us into 2023.
Yeah, I'm super excited about 2023, and I have a smaller list of goals. They're much different than before. It was funny because my one of those goals previously was actually to invest. I believe it was to get 2 new rental properties, and did not accomplish that at all. We actually ended up with selling all of our rental properties last year. Or was it? Yeah, it was in 2021. And so when we did that, though, it freed up my wife's cash flow. So she makes a great deal of money, but not a great deal of money, but she makes good money. And now she makes even more money because of that. So we paid off $151,000 in student loan debt, which freed up her cash flow. And that was pretty nice. And then we paid a large portion towards our house, so that we have a very low, I think we own like 60%, maybe 70% equity in our house now. So that's really nice. So now we kind of, last year was kind of a pivot and take a step back forward. This year is more of taking 2 steps forward. So we have currently 1 car on Turo. I'm going to add 2 cars, and one of the cars I'll probably lease, and then the third car I'm going to get from getting enough subs for high level. And if you get 50 subs, I think I'm at 20. Then you get a electric vehicle. So I'll get a Tesla, and I'll have all 3 of those cars on the Turo machine, which then will essentially free up much more, or not free up, but create more cash flow. I do want to buy some plots of land and do little homesteads and a tiny home place, and have a actual mastermind kind of grounds. So the little tiny homes would have the masterminds. And so that's what the goal is for 2023. We're going to have masterminds. So each week we'll have in our accountability course or mastermind program, we'll have it where we all meet already online and Zoom. Sometimes we do Slack, but essentially we just go there and do our mastermind and do our round circle. But I actually want to set up and do live events too, so that if someone's like saying, I can't do good video, like we actually do video there, or whatever the case is. So really cool stuff. My goal is 500,000 net with 100 subs to high level. I know you want to do, you're doing ClickFunnels right now too, ClickFunnels 2.0. And if you guys want an account for ClickFunnels, there's a 14-day free trial down below. All sorts of great bonuses, by the way, from Brian. I think there's you said $12,000 worth of bonuses. $7,000 worth of bonuses. So definitely check that out. If you are someone who loves doing business and making funnels and all that, it's a great piece of software. And then my final one, it's only really 4 goals: 3 cars, and the car is really just coming from another income stream, plots of land, and then a 500,000 with 100 subs in high level. And that's just one. And I always talk about this, is build recurring and buy passive. So my one build recurring, it's not multiple streams, it's building one recurring income stream, which is 500,000 with 100 subs in high level, which is one income stream, which is our 90-day cash flow challenge. And then from there, it's buying the other income stream. So Turo, buying those 2 cars, buying the plots of land, buying the tiny homes, and test which one performs better. And then getting money from that passively. And then obviously the last one's 3-week vacation. We went on a 10-day vacation this year. We're going on 11 vacations this year, but I want to have just maybe multiple vacations, but at least just one 3-week vacation. The 10-week was really good. And I usually don't like long vacations, but we were island hopping. So we went to Lanai, the Big Island, Maui, and I think that's it, or maybe one more. And it was really fun, and it didn't feel like 10 days. So I want to see how a 3-week vacation would feel. So that is my goals. I know that with the 500,000, that's going to be big things with the accountability program, because like I said, I'm going to buy some tiny homes. I don't know if you guys know what these are, but they're pretty cool. I think they're pretty cool anyways. So it'd be you don't have to pay for hotel stays. You have your own little tiny home for the weekend or whatever. So that's kind of my goal for 2023. What big goals do you have?
Nice. So you said something before and it's literally just completely slipped out my head, which is not great. So my goals, we've got 200 ClickFunnels users, is one of the big ones for us. That gives us the dream car reward. And then
it's 200 now.
You get 100 and 200. I think 100 they give you $500 for your dream car, and I think 200 they give you $1,000 for your dream car. So go and get especially in dollars compared to pounds. So my car, I think we pay about $1,000 anyway, roughly, for the car, for the Q7 at the moment. Yeah. So yeah, basically I'll just pay for that. So the 200 ClickFunnels users is the big one. Then 10,000 YouTube subs. We want to really grow this YouTube channel massively over the next 12 months. So we're going for 10,000 subs. We want to support another 500 people next year to leave their job and build passive income. So obviously part of the Passive Buddies scenario is to create passive affiliate marketing and income streams and get rid of the system, break the matrix for use. So we want to help 500 people leave their jobs and spend more time with their kids.
That's amazing. I think that it goes kind of with that quote from Zig Ziglar, is if you help enough people get what they want in life, then you'll get exactly what you want out of life. Mm-hmm. And if you think about it, I know a lot of people who have a lot of money and are not happy, but if you actually know what true happiness comes from, is really helping other people and be able to improve other people's lives and just improve a lot of people's lives. So that could be financially, or that could just be having a friend or whatever that is. So it's better to be good in life. I guess my final words are just, I don't even know what I was going to say now. I ruined it.
It's good to be good.
Yeah, it is good to be good. It was good though, and I just lost my train of thought on it. So, man,
It's all right. I mean, when you remember it, just throw it into the next podcast. Sound, guys. So that is the end of today's. So obviously, after listening to ours, go ahead and set yours. Drop us some comments, shoot us some messages. Let us know what your goals are, and if there's anything we can do to help support that, whether that is accountability, whether that's a product, whether that is cash flow. 100% drop us some comments and let's see how we can support you. And check out the links below in the podcast and the YouTube descriptions. And let's get you into a great 2023.
I agree. Have a great one, guys. Peace.
Thank you for tuning into another episode of the Passive Buddies podcast. Have you begun your online journey yet? Or are you stuck on how to get it to work for you? Then why not take our exclusive free course, the 2-day Affiliate Commission Challenge, and start your journey to the rest of your life today. It's the first link in the podcast description and it's totally free. You have nothing to lose, yet everything to gain for you and your family. Enjoy our free gift to you and the link is below.